Attention passionate Pittsburgh Steelers fans. Latest news, something big is happening in the AFC North and it could change the game. We're talking about a direct impact on Pittsburgh Steelers' path to another Super Bowl run, a power shift that could leave a division rival stumbling for years. We're bringing this to you firsthand. But before that, if you're a true Pittsburgh Steelers fan, subscribe to the channel to strengthen this passion even more. Show that you're also part of this family. Let's help each other reach 1,000 subscribers. Share with your friends and Pittsburgh Steelers fans. Let's get to the news. Hey, Steelers Nation. Today, we're diving into a story that could shake up not just the AFC North, but the entire NFL landscape. I mean, if this trade actually happens, it could redefine how the Steelers approach their 2025 season and beyond. We're talking about a potential blockbuster deal involving none other than Tyreek Hill, the electrifying wide receiver from the Miami Dolphins. Now, I know what you're thinking, Tyreek Hill. The guy's been a nightmare for defenses since he entered the league, and the Dolphins have relied heavily on his explosive plays. But there's a lot of buzz around the league that Hill might be on the move, and if that happens, Pittsburgh could be front and center in landing one of the most dynamic playmakers in the NFL. Why would the Dolphins consider trading Hill? Well, Miami's in a tricky spot financially, especially with looming salary cap concerns. Hill's contract, even with all his production, is a significant chunk of change, and with the Dolphins looking to rebuild or retool their roster, moving on from a player of Hill's caliber could make sense. Plus, the Dolphins have a wealth of offensive talent: Tua Tagovailoa, Jalen Waddle, and now, potentially, a new receiver to step into that superstar role. Miami could be eyeing draft assets or cap space, and trading Hill might be a strategic move to set themselves up better for the future. But let's shift our focus to the Steelers, because this isn't just about Miami. It's about what Pittsburgh could do to become a true contender once again. After the 2017 playoff victory, it's been a long road for the Steelers. They've had flashes of excellence, but consistency has eluded them, especially in recent years. The last postseason win was quite a while ago, and fans are eager to see their team take that next step. The 2025 offseason has already been marked by some turbulence, uncertainty at quarterback, roster moves, and questions about whether Pittsburgh can compete at the highest level. Starting this offseason, the Steelers had two capable quarterbacks in Mason Rudolph and rookie Will Howard. But honestly, neither looks like the guy who can lead this team deep into the playoffs. Rudolph has shown flashes, but consistency has been an issue. Howard, as promising as he might be, is still a rookie trying to find his footing in the NFL. The team's quarterback situation remains murky, and that's a problem when you're trying to build a championship roster. And then there's the wide receiver core. Pittsburgh's receiving group has seen some shakeups, especially with the recent trade of George Pickens to the Dallas Cowboys. Now, that move surprised many fans because Pickens showed flashes of brilliance and had the potential to be a true number one. But the Steelers also acquired DK Metcalf from the Seahawks, which was a huge move. Metcalf is an elite talent: size, speed, athleticism, you name it. But as talented as Metcalf is, he's also shown some inconsistency, and that's been a concern for Steelers fans hoping for stability and elite production. This is where the rumors about Tyreek Hill come into play. Adding Hill to the mix would give Pittsburgh a true game-changer on the outside, a receiver who can stretch defenses like no other. Hill's speed is legendary. He's a deep threat that defenses simply cannot match. Last season, despite battling a wrist injury, Hill still caught 81 passes for nearly 960 yards and scored 6 touchdowns. Those numbers are impressive, especially considering he was playing through pain. Imagine what he could do in a Steelers offense that's looking to re-establish itself as a powerhouse. Now, why would the Steelers be interested in a player like Hill? Well, first, because he's a difference maker. His speed and versatility would take the pressure off Metcalf and Calvin Austin III, who's shown flashes in limited opportunities. Hill's ability to create separation and turn short catches into big gains would be a nightmare for defenses. Plus, pairing him with a potential quarterback upgrade, say, Aaron Rodgers, which has been rumored, would make the Steelers' offense one of the most dangerous in the league. Think about the impact. Pittsburgh has always been built on a strong defense and a balanced offense. But to truly compete with the likes of Kansas City, Buffalo, and Cincinnati, they need that explosive element. Hill provides that in spades. His addition would instantly energize the Steelers' attack, giving them a 1-2 punch with Metcalf on the other side, who's also capable of taking the top off defenses. It's a pairing that could redefine what Pittsburgh's offense can do. And let's not forget the broader NFL context. The AFC is loaded. Teams like Kansas City, Buffalo, Cincinnati, Jacksonville, and even Baltimore are stacked with talent. To break through, the Steelers need to be bold. A trade for Hill might seem like a bold move, but this is the kind of risk that could pay off big time. It's about seizing the moment and making a statement that Pittsburgh is back in the title hunt. Now, from the Dolphins' perspective, this trade makes sense too. They'd be able to capitalize on Hill's value before his contract expires after 2025. Moving him now could net them draft picks and cap relief, giving them the flexibility to rebuild or retool their roster without the financial burden of a long-term deal. This could be a win-win situation. Miami gets assets for the future, and the Steelers get a premier receiver who could turn their offense into a juggernaut. Of course, nothing is set in stone yet. These are rumors, speculations, but they're grounded in the reality of NFL trade dynamics. The Steelers have shown they're willing to be aggressive in free agency and trades, and with the right quarterback situation, adding a player like Hill could be the final piece to push them over the edge. Imagine a Steelers offense with a healthy, motivated Hill, Metcalf, and a developing quarterback. This could be the formula to finally get Pittsburgh back into the postseason and make some serious noise. The AFC North itself is evolving. The Ravens have been dominant at times, the Bengals keep improving, and Cleveland is always lurking with their roster of talent. Pittsburgh needs to keep pace, and making a splash move like acquiring Hill could be just what they need. It's about sending a message. We're here to contend, and we're willing to do whatever it takes. Now, I want to hear from you, Steelers fans. What do you think? Would you love to see Tyreek Hill in the black and gold? Do you believe this move could help the Steelers finally get back to the Super Bowl? Or are you skeptical about the price and the fit? Drop your thoughts in the comments below because your opinion matters so much to us, and it's crucial in shaping the conversation around this potential game-changing deal. And as always, I'll be back soon with more updates, more analysis, and everything you need to stay ahead of the curve in Steelers Nation. So, stay tuned, subscribe if you haven't yet, and share this video with your friends and fellow Steelers fans. We're building a community of passionate fans who love this team and want to see it succeed. Thanks for sticking with me, and let's keep the faith that brighter days are ahead for the Pittsburgh Steelers. And now, Pittsburgh Steelers fans, I want to hear from you. What's your take on this? Drop your thoughts in the comments below. Your opinion matters so much to us and to the Steelers. And don't forget, I'll be back soon with more updates, so stay tuned for the latest Pittsburgh Steelers news.